Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in
you're
to
good.
another episode of Building Empires Network. And today, Andrea's not here, but Sandy is, and we got special Miss Christina Franco. And
Christy.
today, yeah, right,
Christy with the ponytail.
Michelle.
Oh yeah, Michelle with the ponytail.
Michelle with the ponytail. I like that. I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we have a very, very, very special guest. We have a strong, independent, fearless woman here, visionary, who just started her business from zero to now it's a mobile business, and she's making really, really, really good profit because her operating costs are very low. So that means her profit is going to be a lot higher. So thank you so much for coming in, and just kind of tell us a little bit of how you started or how the vision started.
First, I want to thank you guys for having me on your show. The vision started with I want to travel. And because I like to travel, it was, what can I do to make money on the go?
Love it.
I originally was already doing hair in a salon that I had. And it was, okay, let's try a mobile salon instead. So as I met Andrea and she's explaining to me, mobile is going full force today with the Uber Eats, things of that nature. I decided to hair on the go. Call me and I'll do the pull up.
That is awesome. And it's so funny because Andrea and we talked about this thing because I was looking at an RV. Everybody knows I bought an RV, didn't know what to do with it. I even explained it to my kids what I wanted. And they were like, oh, mom, whatever. And then Ardra drives up to my son, gives the vision, and he figured it out. And I mean, but you got more than just your business in there. You have room for marketing.
Yes.
The little trailer pays itself off. She put a TV in the back that while she's driving and you're driving behind her, you could see a video of things that she's doing. And now today she came up with, she's going to be doing mobile marketing for other companies. So as her nice ass, G-Wagons riding around with her trailer in the back, guess what? You're behind her, but you see different advertisements. So a lot of people have advertisements up in the sky. You go to Vegas and they're all over the place, and you are mobile advertising. I remember those old signs and those big expensive ones, but God, you just
and I love it.
I love it.
A driving billboard.
And it is because just yesterday when I was driving back, this guy had his phone number. He's like, hauls trash, and he's like, hey, you want your haul trash? And then I got the phone number right there just driving. So that's really, really smart. And especially when you're at like a red light, the people behind you can't help but to look at it.
Right.
So whenever you start to they're like, oh wow, that's very interesting, because in those 2 seconds, I mean, imagine people are watching you, probably different people are watching you every 5 minutes, because I'm sure you're go through stoplights. And out of those people, I'm sure one of them like, oh my God, I love this. I'm gonna call her. So it's really, really smart of you, because you're not going just for a targeting marketing. You're just going hey, you're planting a seed to everybody.
Yeah.
And then whoever wants to go with it. And I'm sure if somebody doesn't go with it, they're going to get the number for somebody else, and that's what I love, because you're planting the seed, and you're not going hey, who's my target audience? It's everybody's
your target audience.
That's what made me love it. The fact that it's geared towards everyone. As you can see for today's show, Andrea has on a wig, just for cosplay. It's a 100% human hair wig still, but she said, I'm changing my character just for today. So if people want wigs just to change their character for today, for the look, the style, things of that nature, they're more than welcome to do so for that. I have braided wigs that are handmade wigs and regular wigs that are 100% human hair wigs, any size from 10-inch all the way to 40 inches. So just in case if your hair is thinning or due to any underlying health issues that you have, your edges are going short or thin and you wish you could get braids and can't, or you want a ponytail and you can't, guess what? Today's fashion made it optionable for you guys. So it's geared towards any race, any age, things of that's going to help you beautify yourself in today's industry. Right.
Yeah. And what I like about those braided, wigs is that, like, say you go out of town and like, yeah, I want to put it on when I'm out of town. You don't have to get your hair braided because, for Hispanic hair, when you braid the hair, you're breaking the hair. So if you still want to go with the look, you don't have to put your hair in danger. But you're still going for it, right? Yeah. And it's convenient. Yeah. I mean, I would just get it just for fun. Like, just for fun. Hey, why not? Go pick up the kids. Hey, kids. And they're going to be like, stranger danger. That's funny. But I love that. That's awesome.
It related to me so much. And like I said, because my hair got fried off. I'm going to even put some pictures in these comments later on of how fried my hair was. I was damn near bald and I cried and I stayed home and I didn't want to leave. And then I was like, no, you can't do this. So then I ended up shaving it off and then I just colored it dark and I went back. I'm too busy to stop. Other people will just stop. Wear a wig. Wear a freaking ponytail, people. God. I don't care. You have to understand.
The uncensored.
Nothing has to stop you. You'd be amazed of how many layers there are to people that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the surface. It's what's inside. And what's inside has to show out. So if that means I just got to wear a ponytail and go.
Like, grab that ponytail. Let's go.
Let's go. Michelle with that ponytail.
Grab that ponytail and a cup of coffee and let's go.
Yeah. I'm very transparent in many things. I really don't care, because it's like, if you know me, you know me. I mean, one alternative thing is not going to completely change you as a person, but it makes you feel good. So alter your personality.
When you look good, you feel good.
Yes,
That's right. And when you allow yourself to be different, to be creative with yourself, it's like I've met, being a hairdresser, I've had clients that I would be like, let's change your look, and they're like, oh my God, no, Andrea, I have to keep this look because for work. And I'm like, let's add a little highlight under there just to give you a pop, to make you feel a certain type of way. Yeah. And you'd be surprised just by adding a little peekaboo there. They were like, oh my God, like I'm over here like blonde. I'm like, you're not blonde, but it makes them excited. Yeah. Because people get excited for a change. Now they are scared of it, but still they get excited because they're like, wow, I'm actually looking forward to something different than the same thing over that same split in the middle, parted down the middle look. Looks like Pocahontas never went to sleep. Okay. No, but you know what I mean? It's good to change the look. I like to always cut it short. I'll do it dark, do it brown, do it red. Yeah. Just change it.
I feel like changing a look like you're stating, it still falls under same thing as creating because you have to be willing to take a chance to see what's new out there for yourself. Right. What you're currently used to, whether it's a lifestyle or your look, means it's not going anywhere. You can always revert back to it because you're used to it already. You know how easy it is to get to it. Right. Take a chance. Create something new for yourself, whether it's a vision that you have you would like to bring to life as a business or just a look with changing your hair.
Yeah. That's right. It
feels amazing. It feels amazing. So tell us how it's different here from New York with styles and trends. Because if you are in New York and you look busted, you are just a hobo. I mean, you're homeless. You can look homeless real fast in New York because we are not a fashion state here. You know that.
Well, I've learned that you guys have Sundays as fun days. At home, those are our rest days.
You need to hang out with me on a Sunday fun day.
I need to check it out. I really do. You won't
be showing up on Monday.
I really need to. I have to check it out, most definitely. So Texas is most definitely versatility. I've learned a lot from different cultures and everything that I ran through and ran by. It is a very, very huge difference from New York. I am upstate New York, which is the capital, Albany, New York, but it's still a huge difference. And as you stated with the stylish at home, I felt as if I wasn't fashionista enough. Yeah. They have the name brand and specific kind of clothes. And, today you can put squares with polka dots and look great, But when I came to Texas, it was, they care, but not so much with the look. I can go shopping here with $25 and look like $1 million.
Girl, that's me.
So I am most definitely content with that. At home, you're shopping with $1 million and you probably still only look like 25.
Yeah. Ouch.
That was a little shot. That yes, you can still.
That's right.
So here, I've been comfortable with just putting on whatever I consider my work clothes are.
Yeah.
You know, so it's I don't care if I break a nail or if my hands get dirty, because I'm creating something new that's giving the surroundings something new to look to. Right. So realistically, my overall goal for here in Texas is going to create my own business where I'm creating these trailers on the go. A lot of people here are truckers and have a lot of trailers. So I want the people to bring me their visions of the different type of trailers that they can see. Once they sit down with me, network, and put together their look, their colors, their ideas, then my part comes into play where I create the trailer for them and then have it delivered to their front lawn.
Love it. And I already have a perfect trailer that I want.
What are you gonna do?
I like to do the makeup on the go. Just because it's
you have to. You have
and I already have my niece who does it, and it's just me getting the trailer and putting it and just be like, girl, you're gonna be on the go.
For me, I got you. The getting the trailers and the making the trailers and having them delivered. That's going to be the easy part for me. Everybody's going to play their part. So all I need is you or your niece's vision, your concept, and your colors. And once I shoot these things to you and it's yes, then I can do what I need to do. That's good. Me bringing someone else's vision to life is what I feel like I was placed on the earth for, not just in Texas. So I would love to do that.
No, and that is true, because I really admire Ardra, because she's that type of woman that if she feels that something else could help you, the look of something can help you grow. You know, I saw some pictures where one day in the middle of the night, she woke up and went to a barber shop and said, you know what, the place looks a little different. I want to bring a pop to it. Went out there in the middle of the night, got her roller, painted the place. The guys got there in the morning and were shocked. Those are where you bless people.
Well, I like the commitment you put behind, because I feel that hard work and beats talent. You know, there's a lot of talented people that, you know, have this, but they don't do anything with that. They're just like, okay, yeah. But once you put that hard work, that commitment behind your vision, it's like, wow, you get to see how creative you really are. You know, you never know until you go. And I love that. I love how your vision, because I had it too, and I was like, well,
no, you still have it. You still have it.
But I do want to.
Once you, when people inbox me and they say these things, listen, I got a bar on pedal on wheels. It's actual bike, but it's a whole table like this, whereas a couple people sit on that side, couple people sit on this side, and we got the driver.
Look like this. Yes. So they're there. Mimosas. Hey, girl. I love that.
So no, I tell people all of the time, once an idea comes to you, unless you never ever think about it again, that means that idea is still yours. I don't care who you see do it first. Their idea is not yours. Their concept is not yours. It does not matter who did what first or how they did theirs. Don't let it hinder you from the idea of whatever you created. You still have a chance. You stated to me, mobile on the go is on the rise.
It is.
Yes.
That means your idea is still there. We got you. We got
you. It's going to be called makeup. It's going to be makeup and blow dry on the go. Makeup and blow dry on the go.
Yes, girl. It is amazing. And, you know, it's so many things. And, you know, and we are all three very successful women. I mean, this woman's traveled so much. I mean, Dubai, Turkey, all kinds of. Yeah, girl, like several times.
I want to go to Dubai for my birthday.
Okay.
Hey, take me in the trailer.
The braided wigs that I sell that are handmade, they actually come from Africa. Because I took a trip to Africa, and once there, the ladies, they literally sit there with this place called the Marketplace, and they sit there and they hand make these wigs. And it was, oh my God, you have to get these to bring to the United States. You know? So that's what I did. I started my own business with them through Africa, opened up a UBA account, United Bank of Africa account, transfer the money, get the goods, and it's a go.
There you go. That's some next level stuff. That is really good. And it's amazing because, you know, a lot of people don't understand that when you are in a business and you've maxed out, you know, sometimes you're running and you get exhausted. You just want to sit down like everybody else. So me I see that, and I have such a different vision. You know, everybody's like, no, you can't do that because you're up here, you're doing this, you're doing that. What makes it different? What makes it that you think that it's less of something if it's something you like doing?
Well, you know, I'll tell you this. As a visionary, we're creative people.
Yeah.
Very creative. And I hate when people tell me, oh, you cannot, like, let me just be creative with my ideas.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, they don't understand you. And I throw a lot of ideas out there, but whenever people let me be creative, and they always say, as a visionary, you should write at least all your ideas, and from there take action on at least two or three. And you'd be surprised like what you get out of that.
Yeah.
So don't shoot every idea that comes out. Write it down and analyze it. Hey, where can I implement from these ideas into what I'm doing? Because we are creative creatures. Like, we are happy creating things all the time. Once you stop, like, us from trying to create things, we're like, well, no, this is what our brain does. It's like you stop your creativity. And that's like, I'm always like, oh, we should do this, oh, we should do that. They're like, oh my God, but we do it. And some of my stuff, the ideas that I have are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just
the roller ring.
I know.
Listen, I'm telling you.
But we are like, and we should. And when we have the right people behind us that let us be creative, like, we would really flourish, because a visionary is the one that people need to be behind. Like, let me do the vision and people will follow. Because not everyone has a vision. Like, you'd be surprised if people are, I don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't know what their vision is. I just stated to Christina the other day, I said, I love creating. What's one man's trash is another man's treasure.
There you go.
And I stated to her, what I don't like is when I have this vision and I try to bring it forth to someone else, and they like, no, you can't. And it's, if I thought of it, then yes, you can.
That's
I
right.
don't care if it's a fish tank I want to put in the back of a trailer. I pictured it. That mean you can do it.
Yeah.
You know, so anybody, and I love that about her son.
Yeah.
I went to him with this plain, only wood trailer and metal on the outside, and said, can you please cut a certain size hole in the back of this metal frame for me? And he's like, why? I said, I want to install a TV and I want you guys to weld it for me. And, you know, they started speaking amongst each other on the side, and
like,
they came back to me like, well, you do know the best way we can do that is this, that, and I don't care, because my way of getting that TV in there was not theirs. But guess who was more professional at the welding part, them or me?
Yeah,
I probably would have glued the TV.
They have somebody holding it the whole time.
So their idea was way better than mine with the installing the TV part. But I love the fact that they were willing to take my vision with having that TV in the back and turning it into their own vision of how to get that TV in the back. So the world is most definitely about networking, and you could do anything you want in life except for come back from the dead. And they probably will do that in the future too.
Right.
Right now.
They're working on it.
Buy your tickets now.
Right. I have a course for that.
No, but you know, the one thing is women, you know, and I get so emotionally happy when I hear people talk good about my kids, because we as women, that is our first thing we need to conquer, is when we see our kids strive and pay attention and people talk good about them. That shows the good that you instilled in them. But one thing women did do that no man can do, not being ugly, but it's just the truth.
Man hater.
Yeah.
I love it, because that's what they call it.
Yeah, is we birth life. You know, we birth life. And when we birth life, we actually give a little bit of ours away, you know, and we forget about our dreams. We forget about our goals. We forget about who we are. So recreating yourself is a ponytail, is a wig, is your lashes, whatever it is to bring your natural self back. I didn't even think about ever taking out Michelle in a ponytail, but it just came out. But the thing is, Michelle is my altered name that has attitude, and it's attitude, you know.
I gotta get one of those.
Yeah. And total diva, but I have to put her in a closet sometimes. But one of the things is that, you know, it makes you feel better. You get in the mirror, you look better. And I've been going through a lot of positive changes. And this is something really good. And there's a lot of women that suffer either cancer, hormone imbalance, thyroid,
real estate. You start losing your hair.
You start thinning and stuff like that. And these are options. And that's why when I saw this thing, it was just so ecstatic, because it is something that I saw it somewhere in my mind, and it was like, it was a thought, but the vision wasn't really there. And we all think alike.
Yes.
We all think alike. The only thing you're doing different than the person that's doing it is doing it.
Taking that action.
And
everyone has their own touch. You know, I feel like, God put us here. We're all unique. No one can be like anyone. Everyone has a special gift.
Right.
So it's like when you put that gift to be creative, that's when you start to live the purpose, your purpose. And it starts to feel like, oh, I'm actually living now.
Right.
Living, life.
Right. And I want to share something. So the way I met Ardra was through my son, and she wanted to get into real estate. And when I saw her trailer, I was like, why? What is your why? Why do you want to do real estate? What is your future goal with that?
I love, it still kinds of falls underneath the creativity parts of life. I love transformation.
There you go.
And that's the bottom line. It's whether it's with vehicles, whether it's with property, whether it's with a thought, an idea, or human life.
Right.
I love the transformation of showing the people the before and the after. I used to do code enforcement. So me being around so many different types of properties that people thought, oh, that's terrible, tear it down.
And you still got that list, that code enforcement list.
That list is a New York State list.
I'll take it.
She'll flip
it. I still have the list.
All right. See, if you don't ask, you don't know.
Networking. I still got that
list.
That's
right. See, that's why I got me a code violation list.
In New York.
So most definitely, I love the fact that I came across these women. I love the fact that I come across anybody that's worth empowerment. That's what made me take the original trip to Texas. Never been here ever. I got on a highway one day, and because I'm at home and I'm so used to doing it, I do a lot for the community at home.
Nice.
So I'm so used to everybody running to me to fix their things. And sometimes us as strong women, strong people need hugs too.
Yes, I agree. Amen, sister. Amen.
So
for the people that hear it in the back.
Hear it in the back. Strong people need hugs too.
Yeah.
Call, check on them, just say, how are you doing?
Yeah.
You know? So it wasn't so much of me running from my problems, because I didn't have problems to run from. I felt like I'm running to go find me on my own. You know, let me go somewhere where nobody knows my name. You know, like Cheers. At home, Cheers is me. Everybody knows my name.
God,
you know, here, nobody knows my name. Not yet, anyway. After this podcast, everybody might know me, but it's okay. It's a new set of things.
Exactly.
And it's about networking to where I'm equal, or there's people above me that can show me my next steps, versus me just always pouring out what I can do, do. And then I don't have no which way to turn for my next step.
Right.
So even though you guys have been in realty for a while, and it's, oh God, realty, no. Me creating things like this is not my first wheels.
Yeah.
You know, I made one back at home a couple years ago. I'm the fried dough lady. It's like a funnel cake.
Yeah.
I built it. I was actually shaped like a mini house. If I can dig up pictures for that, I'll show you guys. But I did that. And the crazy part was you stating that you wanted to do the makeup. My original one, because I used to have a purple Jeep Wrangler. So the house was purple. And I didn't know what to do with it. And there were people there that had talents that I don't have, like doing makeup. And there was a young lady in my town that was, you know, Facebook famous for her doing their makeup. And it was, I can, you know, promote her with this trailer, because I visualized me making a on the wheels vanity. And I don't do makeup. I don't know how. So I was willing to do that for her. And sometimes people don't see the vision like these beautiful ladies stated, and they didn't see the vision. It was a stranger. I never met her. I just knew what she was capable of. So I wanted to bring it forth to her, you know, and it was okay, don't do that, because I can't have more of your dream than what you have for yourself. So that's what made me end up doing the fried dough, because that was something I already knew how to do. But I will love, I don't care if it's a shoe store on Wills. I don't care if it's body sculpting that she's going to end up doing on Wills.
Another one I had was a dog grooming on Wills.
Yes, I like that.
I want to do that. And I was really thinking about, because like I said, I was a hairdresser, and I had a client with, she lived in River Oaks. Well, she lives in River Oaks. And when I went to her house, her dog, it was like this fancy ass dog. I'm like, okay, he has a nice haircut. And I was like, how much did you pay? And she said, I pay $120
for the dog haircut.
The dog's freaking hair. And that takes 30 minutes. 30 freaking minutes to do. And I heard before that the dog grooming business was really good. And even a friend of mine said he opened one. He has a hair salon and a dog grooming business. He said his dog grooming business is doing so much better than the hair salon. And they don't got to deal with people. They're just cutting the dog's hair. The dog ain't going to complain. So, I really am considering that.
You know what else we can do too? I love when things just come to my mind out of the blue. We can open up a lot to where we have numerous trailers of all kinds. That's for rent.
Right there.
The same way these people are using their properties for Airbnbs.
I
We're
love
going to
that.
Airbnb these businesses on wheels. So that way, for those that are entrepreneurs that are hesitant with taking that next step of being a business owner because they're scared to take a leap as of right now on their financial stability that they're accustomed and used to, they can come rent out one of these trailers for a day, for a week, for a month, whatever they're comfortable with, even if it's during vacation time, just to see if this is something they would like to go full force with before they took that leap on leaving their financial stability that they're scared to leave just yet.
Lease with that option.
And I just want to say, guys, I just want to say, when you are surrounded with the right people, you see how ideas come to life.
This is mastermind.
Because it's like, hey, like, oh, let's do this, that, and then we put it all together, and it's like a new idea was born.
But listen to what she said.
That's
creating a place where everyone comes together in their different visions. That right there is something you're not even going to believe. My husband and I were talking about, because we were talking about one of our properties right there off of 45. It's known to be a carnival from the the previous family that was there for years, and Vasquez family. So we call it Vasquez, but we converted it into a store. Eventually, we want to do something bigger. We only buy it for the store so that we can acquire the property. But it's several acres on a very busy spot. So I told my husband, I said, look, I want to make something there similar to what she just said, but like a big, food court place or whatever. And I want to call it El Carnaval because it was originally a carnival there. And if you take the history from something and you kind of just dismantled the purpose of the property. And he's like, that was deep. I was like, okay. And there's still the big elephant. So if you go down the road, I left the elephant there because the mom left the elephant because I loved it so much. Because years ago I had bought an elephant and it was a big statue thing and it broke. And I love that elephant so much. And so when the elephant was there, I told her how much I loved it. So she left it. And that woman put every piece of glass on that elephant. And I am very adamant, y'all better not touch that thing. Elephant. Yeah. So it's an elephant off of 45. If any of you ever going towards the Woodlands, before you hit Gallery Furniture on the right, you'll see that big elephant. And there was a woman that literally just broke mirrors and put every piece of mirror on there. Yeah. That thing means the world to me. No, because that was a piece of her time.
Yeah.
Yes. But with all that, man, you have to start getting with women, men, people, whatever, if it's co-ed, whatever. But you need to get with people that know how to work like this. This is masterminding. This isn't just what's in your head. It's what's in everyone's head. And if you're around people that don't let you speak, man.
Don't let you be creative.
Yeah.
It's like they're stopping your shine. You're blocking your vision because you're like, wait a minute. Get out the way.
You know what? And the sad thing is, my husband and I were talking about that this morning. We were talking about how people feel like with the employer, right? The employers, they're visionaries. They brought their their dream forward. So they hire people, giving them an opportunity to be a part of their dream, making them team members. I don't feel the opportunity is the same. I'm really more of a team member. So, we're all in this together. That's how I was raised. But there's some people that look at it like this. And I want y'all to understand this, because if you have a business or if you're employed, I want you to balance each other out like this. If you are an employer, you hold on to an employee. If you are an employee, you think you're holding on to the employer. But what you have to understand is you may have an employee that is really holding you where they started, and you have to keep coming back.
Oh, heck no. I've had that happen to me.
So sometimes you gotta hire.
I gotta
go. Yeah. Or you have, and this employee is saying, well, this employer is holding me down. He wants me under him. No, you have not elevated. Okay, because that employer is going to really love you if you elevate with them. But if you're stuck in your ways and you're down here, you're holding down that employer. Okay. And it's the same thing, because my husband's like, so-and-so quit. It's okay. Because she was probably holding you down as much as she feels you were holding her down. Because believe me, whoever's on the lowest end can be the anchor. So you have to understand, if your goal is to elevate, if you're an employee, catch up. If you're an employer, keep running. That's it.
Yeah.
So I hope y'all understand that without me getting any rap behind it. But, as an employer and as an entrepreneur, more the entrepreneur isn't as safe as an employee. If we don't pay you, we get in trouble. So sometimes we got to cut ourselves short to make it work for you. So, we just make it look easy, but it's not always easy. No. And that goes the same with friendships, marriages, relationships, and everything. You have to understand, some women, y'all might have husbands that don't have the same vision and dream. You might have a friend that doesn't have the same vision and dream. And you can, just like on Facebook, you can put them on, what do you call it? On timeout. I see.
You can do timeout on Facebook?
You can do timeout on Facebook.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. You can time them out a little bit, just rest it a little bit. And sometimes you can just rest those friendships and just keep running and going. And sometimes it's sad, but you cannot tell that person that stayed behind what you're working on, because all the darts and the negativity is going to bring you down, because you really
feel like low, like, I can't tell her my accomplishments because I don't want her to feel bad. I'm like, if you can't share your accomplishments with your friends without making them feel bad, then maybe you need new friends, because you're supposed to be able to, but yes, I do feel like that sometimes. It's like, but I feel like friendships, anything, it's like an investment.
It is.
It's either going to be a liability or it's going to be an asset. So if it starts to feel like a liability, then I think it's, time to find new
lesson
people.
or a blessing.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Time is everything, because you cannot buy back time. You can save time, but you can't buy it back. And so you got to be careful who you invest your time into, because that time's not promised.
Yeah.
It's just not promised.
And ask yourself, hey, how do I feel after, hey, with this person made me feel like us, we're hanging out, and it's like, we're so creative because it's like, you guys are bringing that out of me and each other.
This is so awesome to me. The versatility, the networking. We're women. You understand? It doesn't get no greater than this. I mean, I'm not knocking you guys as males.
We love you.
Because what you do know, they say all strong men got a stronger woman behind them. But I'm loving this because we converted into each other without knowing the full everything.
Right.
So, but it was networking as to where I understand her story. I understand her story. They're understanding mine, but we all are open-minded to be willing to understand each other's story. And that's what learns to make a team. That's what brings things together versus, like they stated earlier, overriding someone, talking, not listening. Sometimes you have to put yourself back, and be willing to be receptive to this and to that, to say, okay, yes, we can do this, versus, oh, no, this doesn't. A lot of people are stagnant because you're not willing to listen.
That's true. Talk to them.
And one of the biggest things is, before she met me, my son's like, yeah, you want to meet my mom. Da, 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 da. And then my daughter-in-law, because they know the tougher side of me, They were like, tell them, girl, tell them.
Yeah, they're like explaining, oh, my mom is this way. My mom is this way. Oh, my mother-in-law is this way. But I don't know, she's kind of tough. And, she's not willing to just listen or talk to anybody. And, she got her ways. You know how us women can be. These are the stories I'm getting about this lady.
Yeah.
And I just kept looking at her son and at his lady, and I just kept saying, I want to meet her. Like, I was excited. Everything they're saying to me is, I don't know. I'm telling you, because she's a tough one. She's not willing to listen to bull crap. She doesn't go for this. She's not easily influenced. She's not this. She's not. And it was, I love your mom. I need to meet this lady.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was funny because our conversation was, I was just like at wow with her. And it wasn't about me, even though she wanted to meet me. No, I want to know you. See, the thing is you have to understand a person before you interact with the person. I want to know her first. I don't, just because a lot of people think I'm in a position that I'm not approachable. I am very approachable, and I'm very open to listen. Andrea's open to listen. Ardra's open to listen. But you're limiting yourself with limited people because you're afraid, because you're not here yet. When do you expect to arrive, or when should I expect you? Because of the fact that you have not asked. Yeah. Because you heard all the stories, you heard you built this persona of a person that they're tough. Yes, I'm tough, and yes, I am no bullshit. But if you don't come with bullshit, there won't be no bullshit. So that's just it. And I'm just gonna figure you out like that. But I'm not there to figure you out. Let's just fix that. I'm there to hear you out.
Yes.
And you have to be, her big word was one, receptive. Another thing, with friendships and acquaintances and marriages and kids, you have to learn how to not just say you're happy, but really celebrate those people.
I want to just throw something in there. It's a little bit off topic, but because she said, y'all need to hear us out, I want y'all to hear this because y'all cannot see it. There's a young lady in the background that's watching us as we're recorded live right now. And I just need to say on live, her eyebrows are so awesome.
Oh my God.
In New York, they'll say on fleek, if that's still the slang. But her eyebrows are so awesome. So I have to say that.
Come show your eyebrows.
I'm sure your eyebrows are awesome. I'm sorry.
Get over here.
And I'm not sorry. I apologize. But her eyebrows
I want to
awesome.
introduce y'all to my niece so y'all can see what fleek looks like. Just gonna stand back here for a second.
Well, you got to put the eyebrows over there.
I'm not staring at the camera.
Hey, take off the eyebrows. We also do eyebrow wig, guys.
There we go.
That's funny.
So that's my niece Samantha, and she knows, my poor baby. She is one that knows that I am a tough cookie, but I will always be there for you, no matter what. The thing is that I don't entertain lack, and I don't entertain, defeat, and I don't understand failure. I don't understand failure.
It's not in the vocabulary.
It's just not. You just can't. You have to learn how to be happy for people. The first thing is when you tithe and you give, it costs nothing to give a smile to somebody, to bring happiness. It costs nothing. We lost touch literally with ourselves, but we 100% lost touch during COVID. When nobody could just talk to somebody, touch somebody, hug somebody. Everybody was afraid to hug. And the one thing that sets off love is hugs and touch. And we lost that. And we lost touch with life. So you have to recreate that. You have to find it.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
I know. It's awesome. Well, so are you planning on staying here, or is Texas your new home?
I'm going to state a yes. Texas is my new home. I most definitely will still travel. So I don't care if I get calls to go to Charlotte, if I get calls to go to California. Guess what, guys? I make my own schedule.
Me and Andrea are going to be hiding in the trailer.
That's the whole purpose of your business being on wheels.
Right.
So you guys are more than welcome to reserve me, to book, whether it's an event, come out, a grand opening of your own, and you would like to have this type of salon pull up for show, things of that nature. The world is about networking, so I want you guys to network with me as well.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? So y'all know I like a lot of antique cars, and everybody drives down behind each other. We're gonna all be driving our trailers behind each other.
Yes, most definitely.
You guys, so where can they contact you, Ardra?
Yes, you can contact me via Facebook, via Instagram. My Facebook is under my current name, which is Ardra, Ardra. It's a palindrome spelled the same way backwards. Last name Wilson, Wilson. And my Instagram is all _Ardra, Ardra. And if you're geared to more towards just only looking at the hair stuff itself, then it will be Ardra Wigs on Wheels on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Wigs on Wheels.
And keep them names easy, guys. Keep them names easy. Everything around her is Ardra Wigs Wheels. That's it. Yes. Keep them.
Contact number 518-779-7581.
There you go, guys. Yeah, I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me borrow the wig. Girl, I love it.
Listen, this was fun.
It was fun.
I love it.
All right, guys. We want to thank you for everything, Andrea.
That's it, guys. If you guys want to change your look, definitely reach out. I would definitely be reaching out. My birthday's coming up, so
hopefully it's on a Sunday here in Texas.
Yes, Sunday fun day. I call it Sunday fun day where you don't show up on Monday.
All right, guys, and remember, stay tuned. We're going to be posting what we're going to be doing with the women's meetups, stuff like that. We're still working on certain things, and to you guys that have always showed your support, those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, thank you.
5 of you, we love you.
Bye.
Bye.